Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Jarman International. Hope you guys had a great week. We're back at it today, Thursday, for our next podcast. Hope everybody is doing well, healthy, staying safe in the midst of everything that's going on. I pray for all of you that all is well. And so today, obviously, I'm here on the set again by myself to continue our family talk. It's like our family talk around the fireplace here. Visualize a fireplace. Staying warm as the temperatures drop. So we're going to continue with the theme I shared on Monday. We're doing a series for the month of November, and it's called For the Love of It. For the love of, quote, it. And I shared on Monday that it could represent a lot of different things. It could be a career, it could be a certain sport, it could be a certain trade, whatever it is, whatever you're passionate about, you fill in the blank there for the love of whatever, and I shared a lot about myself growing up with the game of basketball and that being my passion in life and so forth and so on. So I'm going to continue that today and build on what I started Monday. And one of the statements I made on Monday was, when you fall in love with practice, you will be rewarded in public. Okay? When you fall in love with practice, which means behind the scenes, working, training, staying focused, being disciplined, putting in time. When you fall in love with those type of things, okay, because that's where you get better at. That's where you develop yourself. That's where you develop your trade or your sport or whatever. You'll be rewarded for it in public. Okay. When you get on the scene, your performance will be reflective of your training. All right. So I presented 4 keys to what does falling in love look like. All right, I presented 4 keys, and there's actually 5. I'm going to share the 5th one today. I'm going to be a man of my word. So, what does falling in love look like? All right. Number 1, you can never get enough of it. Okay. Whatever that particular thing is, you always want more. There's not enough practice. There's not enough games. You love to compete. All right, and you might play for 3 or 4 hours in the morning. And this is related to sports now. You might play 3 or 4 hours in the morning, go home, but that wasn't enough, and you want to get back out there in the afternoon. So there's never enough. All right. Number 2, Number 2 is you're passionate about being in the lab, in the classroom, on the court, whatever. You're passionate about that. Being present there. Okay. Nobody has to force you to do it. Nobody has to prod you to do it. No, you're self-led because you're passionate about it, okay? Number 3, you no longer focus on time, okay? So you lose track of time when you're involved with it. And let's say even a relationship, this can apply to a relationship, your significant other, your wife, your husband, whoever, okay, for the love of it. You no longer focus on time. When you're around that particular someone, that person in your life, like, you always hear people who are in love, they always say, man, I didn't realize that much time had gone by. When you're spending time with them, man, whenever we're together, time flies. You just lose track of time and everything else when you're in the moment. Okay, and when you're passionate about something, it's no different. Okay, you can be there forever. All right. So that's number 3. Number 4 is you have an obsession with getting better. And I share with, when you're passionate about something, you want to be the best that you can be, but then you also want to be the best at what you do and whoever you're competing against. And because of that, you're open to constructive criticism. All right, when you have an obsession for something, you're open to a coach or a trainer or a teacher or a parent or a mentor. You're open to them sharing things that maybe you need help with, or a weakness or something they see. okay, you receive that because the goal is I want to get better. I want to be my best. So I'm open to receive that. All right? That's number 4. Now, number 5, I'm going to pick up there. Number 5 is you dream about it even when you aren't around it. Okay? You dream about it, quote unquote it, whatever it is for you. You dream about it even when you're not around it. So that means, and I'm going to relate it back to, me playing basketball, my sport. Obviously, most of you know, I played college basketball at University of Richmond, Division I, 4-year starter. Played professionally overseas in Australia, South America, different countries. I've competed against the best, a lot of guys who played in the NBA. So I maximized my potential in the sport of basketball, and it has paid dividends for me, and it still is paying dividends for me now through the fact that I'm actually training younger players now to reach their potential. So you dream about it even when you're not around it. Even when I wasn't on the basketball court, I'm home. I could be in the grocery store with my mom. My mind is thinking and being creative about what I'm gonna do next. Is dreaming about the last time I was in the gym and some things that I was working on. My mind is dreaming about how I'm gonna apply that when I go against someone else. Okay, so when you're in love with something, okay, and these are indicators if you're falling in love with it. If you're falling in love with it, you're gonna be dreaming about it, okay? Actually, when I was younger, I used to sleep with my basketball. I used to actually sleep with my basketball. Like at night, I would lay in the bed with it and hold it and shoot it in the air, and those were, I was dreaming about certain things. And here's the thing, here's the powerful thing about it. When you do that, okay, I remember I used to rehearse doing certain things on the court in my mind, images, okay? I used to daydream about certain things, and do you know when I got on the court, those things was actually happening. That's why a lot of players say there's like a lot of those professional basketball players who've achieved the highest heights, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, those top echelon basketball players in the world, they talk about the power of visualization, okay? Steph Curry talks about that. Steph Curry makes a lot of game winners. He makes a lot of game winners, makes a lot of tough shots, shots that nobody else would dream of taking. Speaking of dreaming, he makes shots that you go, oh, what in the world was he thinking? And then it goes in. Steph Curry is like that. He's like a video game when it comes to shooting. And one of the things he said was, the shots he's taking, he's made them before. And you know where he's referring to? He's made them in here, okay? And he's also made them behind the scenes in practice. Because what you do in practice, okay, will show up in public. So are you daydreaming about that thing you're passionate about? Does it occupy space in your mind to the point where your creativity is being sharpened? Because what you focus on will expand. Okay? What you focus on will expand. So be careful what you're thinking. Maybe there's some of us who are probably thinking the wrong stuff. Some of us are probably entertaining the wrong things, and guess what you're gonna get? The wrong results. I tell players that I train, I say, if you practice, because you can talk about practice, and everybody needs to practice. Practice is important, okay? But let's take it a step further. You can practice, but if you're practicing the wrong things, if you're practicing the wrong way to do it, if you're practicing old habits that you've always done, and you may be on the court for 3 hours, but your time is practicing wrong things, you're gonna get wrong results. So you need to practice, but you gotta practice the right way. If you practice the right way, you'll get the right results, okay? So I just wanna add that in there. So when you fall in love with something, you're dreaming about it, all right? You're daydreaming about it. So I wanna add this too, okay? Still on this topic of for the love of it. What does falling in love look like? Let me say this: when you love something or love someone, okay, there are certain things you will do. Okay, when you love someone or love something, there are certain things you will do. There are certain things you will go out of your way to make happen. There are certain things you will make sure it happens for that individual. You find out what they like. Says the individual you're in a relationship with, you find out what they like, and the love you have for them will cause you to do those things. But let me add this. Here's something else that's important. When you love something, love will cause you to stay away from or not do certain things. Okay, that's the flip side of it. Love will motivate you to do certain things, but it will also motivate you to stay away from certain things. For instance, you're in a relationship, okay, and you're in a committed relationship with someone. You're married, significant other, you're engaged, whatever. Because you love that person, then you're gonna avoid cheating on being with someone else. Okay, love will keep you in line. Okay, so you gotta look at the flip side. When you love something, for me with basketball, okay, I love the game of basketball, obviously, passionate about it, and it caused me to do certain things. But also, my passion for the game also helped me stay away from people who weren't about nothing. It helped me make decisions, and it helped me to avoid going certain places or avoid certain people. Not because they're bad, but because I'm going somewhere, okay? And if they're not joining me in my quest for it and encouraging me and supporting me, then I gotta stay away from that. And sometimes you gotta make hard decisions because of your love for it. Sometimes you gotta make hard decisions. And I'll say this, if you haven't made certain decisions, let me say it this way. I question your love for something if you're doing things or you're going in a certain way that is against that thing you love. I don't know if y'all got that. Let me say it again. I don't know if I said it. I don't know if I worded it right, but let me paint the picture again. If you're doing things if you're doing things that's against, hurtful, or detrimental to that very thing, I question how much you really love it. I know some of you might disagree with me. I might be getting some looks, some stares. I can't see you, but you see me. But I question it because if you truly are passionate about it, if you truly love it, there are certain disciplines that you will have and boundaries that will keep you in place and on target to maintain that love. Okay? I don't know who this is for. This is actually probably for me too. A lot of things I share, I want you guys to understand, like I do have certain topics and whatever, but sometimes I share things that I didn't prepare or rehearse, and I know it's specific for someone listening. I know God will put certain things in my heart and speak certain things to me for people who are listening. It could be sometimes a first-time listener that's paying attention. But so love will keep you from doing things that are detrimental, to you. And let me say this. This is powerful. Let me say this. Some of us, and I'm focusing on outward. I'm focusing on relationship. Focusing on, certain career. Whatever. But some people don't love themselves. Some people don't love themselves, so therefore they're not doing things that are healthy, beneficial, and productive for themselves. Okay? If you don't love yourself, it's impossible to love somebody else. effectively. If you don't love yourself, okay, so we need to start today with loving ourselves for who we are and who we've been created to be. God made all of us unique. We need to appreciate who we are and love ourselves. Okay, that's where it starts at. And when you have a healthy self-love for you, okay, this isn't being conceited. This isn't being whatever. No, but it's important and it's beneficial to have a healthy self-love for you. I love me some me. So you need to say that to yourself now. I love me some me. Okay? And when you have a healthy love for yourself, check this out. There's certain things you'll stay away from, certain things you won't do, certain things you will do because you love yourself. Because you want the best. When you love something, you want the best for it. You want to treat it the best. When you love something or you love somebody, you want the best for them. So when you start with a healthy self-love for you, you want the best for you. No, I'm not settling for less. I refuse to settle for less because I deserve God's best. I refuse to settle for less. You know, don't sell yourself short. You know, put the drugs down. Leave that weed alone. You know, stop snorting. Stop doing this. Stop doing things that are detrimental to you. You know, I'm coming straight to your living room now, straight to your office. Okay? Keep a good attitude. Don't allow other people to control your emotions. Okay? If you get upset every time somebody says something to you, you're letting them control you. You might have never saw it that way, but you're letting someone else control your emotions. All right? You've given them authority. Every time you allow someone to ruffle your feathers, and sometimes people will play on that. If they know they can push a certain button to get you ticked off. So you've submitted your emotions to them. Refuse that. Be big. Broaden your shoulders to that. Lift your attitude up. You know? That's where love starts. For the love of it. So today, for the love of me, I'm going to make good decisions. Okay? I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to eat healthy. All right? I'm going to get good rest at night. Because you only get one body. You got to take care of it. It's not like there's another one in the closet. If you do something detrimental to this one, it's not like you have another body in the closet after you drug this one up that you can go get out. No, we only get one. Take care of this one. Okay? Hopefully that was good. You know, again, leave me some comments, share something. I do want to say this too. If any of you who are listening, all right, if you would like to have an interview, okay, based on this particular topic, based on your passion for the love of certain things that you love and are passionate about, if that's you and you would like to do an interview on our weekly podcast, feel free to reach out to me. Okay, I'm going to give you my email address. It's nothingbutnext456@gmail.com. Okay, and it's flashing on the screen now. Nothingbutnext456@gmail.com. Again, if you want to have an interview, if we can't do it in person, because some of you I know viewers are in different states, we can do it via Zoom. Okay, we can do a Zoom interview. We can have you up here. Maybe there's some things stirring in you that you want to share that can aid this topic. Maybe it can help someone out. You know, we all have a voice. We all have something to say. So please reach out to me, send me an email, and I'll reply to you, and we'll work something out. I'm excited to hear from you. All right. So don't forget my book. Go to my website, jarmanintl.com. The book is there. Check out my new and improved website. It's up and rolling now. And you guys have a great weekend. Always remember this, okay? Love yourself. Love yourself. All right? Take care. Have a good weekend.